In my case, it was through a mammogram. I had no indication that, there was anything wrong. And then suddenly the world stops and you think, oh God, what's going to happen?
I have had 2 primary diagnoses of breast cancer. The first one was 15 years ago when my daughter was only 6.5.
My धी मेरे नाल सी ते उस उन्हें डॉक्टर दसिया जो तू आप कैंसर आ धी मेरी डॉटर सी नाल वो घबराई ही बहुत ज़्यादा है तो मैं मुझे ज़्यादा हौसला में डर नहीं लगा तो मैं इलाज डॉक्टर दसिया थोड़ा ऑपरेशन कर सा
I was on holiday in the August of 2015 on my birthday, and when I checked I having a shower, felt a lump, and I thought when I get back I'll get it checked. So as soon as I got back, I went and saw the GP, and she immediately referred me to the breast cancer surgeon.
It was blunt the way I was told. It was, yes, you've had your tests and everything and you've got breast cancer, and your life just falls to pieces.
My mum was 42 or thereabouts when she was diagnosed with breast cancer in Nigeria, and she died of breast cancer at the age of 46. And then in 2011, my sister was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 40. And it was after that I went to see my GP, and he started telling me to consider bilateral mastectomy with immediate reconstruction for risk-reducing purposes. I loved my boobs. I had a very good pair, so there was no way I was doing that. And then fast forward to January 2014, I had the surgery. And then the tissues were sent for testing as a matter of course. And long story short, I was told to go to breast clinic for the result. And you know what? The room where you're told the bad news is the prettiest room in the clinic. And then my breast surgeon said invasive DCIS. And I thought, whoa. For a few seconds, it just felt like I walked into the road thinking everything was clear, and a car just came from nowhere and just hit me.
The oncologist is looking at you, expecting a response, and you don't have to respond.
All you're thinking about is, oh, I've got cancer, and it's the fundamental question, how long have I got?
I knew it was an invasive ductile tumour. I picked up that much. But in terms of the size and everything else, that kind of bit of information just disappeared off into the ether somewhere.
They're giving you all this information, we'll do this, we'll do that. Nothing's going through your head because you're just in a state of shock.
We're very conscious of the fact that there is an awful lot of information to get across to you when we're first meeting you in the clinic, not only the diagnosis, but the various treatment options that may or may not be relevant to you.
I thought, sinking is not an option, so swim I will. That's number one. Number two, I thought, no way, I'm not going to be defined by cancer. I'm going to kick its ass.
Not only are the breast cancers very different and the treatments that we have to offer very different, but actually every woman that we see is different. Some people really don't want to have any treatment at all, which seems very hard to believe for others who want to have every possible thing that is available.
I don't think I had really thought of primary cancer as being several different types. And when I was diagnosed with primary cancer for the second time, it was a huge shock. I was very, very concerned.
The treatment of breast cancer now is very much more successful than it ever was. And so the vast majority of people with breast cancer will be cured of their disease.
There are no superhumans when it comes to cancer diagnosis. No matter how strong you are, it is so important for you to have a team of people around you, people you can lean on.
I think if you really focus on, getting to the other side, that's probably the best tip I could give people, and accept you're being processed.
You have to get used to the fact that with a man with breast cancer that everything is pink. The clinic you go to, the books you pick up, but once you get over that, the actual, the mastectomy, it's exactly the same process as it is for a lady.
यकीन रखो आप अपने हौसला दियो.
Just because you've had cancer, just because you've gone through this, it doesn't mean that your life is over. It is not a death sentence. Whether that living is for a week, 6 weeks, or 20 years, live. Take each day as a gift and live and just embrace it with both hands.